Hearing no questions or comments, we'll move on to department head and committee reports. We'll start tonight with Chief Terry Lander. Good evening, Chief.
Good evening. Officer McDonald's in the training camp. He's doing well. Got 7 more months to go. Seems pretty good to you. Last night we had the shopping cop, and that's going to be about Tuesday. Did a good job. A lot of happy children. Officer Delson's back to full duty. He's come back full duty. Aaron Noel, he's still limited, but he's able to do his job because he's an administrative lieutenant. He's coming in part-time. Christian Powell's also been changed to full duty too. He wrecked him a 4-wheeler, broke some bones. We got our dog car back. It's been outfitted. Looking good. We have 2 more vehicles we have to shop. Getting fitted. This past month we had 417 calls. It's a little down. 112 traffic stops, 12 thefts, 22 suspicious calls. We had 1 suicide attempt, 4 stolen vehicles. 7 shopliftings, 14 reckless drivers, 1 prowler, 5 parking violations, and 37 accidents. Accidents seem to be our driving crime here. We have 1 internet fraud case, which is down to what we've been having. We got 7 funeral escorts, 5 domestics, and 8 disorderlies. 22 alarms and 6 animal complaints. Good. Anybody have any questions?
Thank you, Chief. Chief, I got a call right before I walked in City Hall tonight. Somebody just calling to brag on you all, brag on the officers, just thank them for what they've been doing. You know, a lot of times we don't hear positive feedback. Someone will contact City Hall if something's, needed to be addressed, but a lot of times we don't hear the positive feedback, and it's good to hear that, and I just wanted to make sure you knew about that.
We got 3 stolen vehicles for the flock cameras.
Yeah.
Both also.
Flock cameras have been a huge success for the city, and if you all have noticed, we've got a mobile flock camera now, which we can move throughout the community to keep everybody on their toes. So
it helped us solve that robbery we had down at the thing down there. We were able, I try again. We were actually able to track the suspect vehicle. We headed to. We got footage of where we followed them all the way up and back.
yeah,
Flocks are great.
yeah, it's good. Thank you, Chief. Director of Public Works, Nathan Boston.
Good evening, you all. We didn't have a shop with a cop, but we had to pick up trash and stuff at work. No one showed up but the neighbors, so just FYI, you all know that.
We didn't get the memo.
We got to come up with better doing or something, I don't know. We did our penny stuff, or we picked up, I'm sorry, penny start things. We picked up 52 tons, a little over 52 tons of leaves. That was 27 truckloads. Rumpke hauled off 830 loads for us. It's our slow time of year, so we're doing potholes. I think we filled 16 potholes so far this month. Been out straightening the street signs, placing some, but been doing a lot of housekeeping, cleaning up down there, saving after this time of year, doing some training, refresher training, ladder safety, eye safety, balls, stuff like that. So that's all we got. We've got our trucks ready for salt, and our building is full of salt.
If people rake their leaves out now, do you all suck them up with the sweeper?
Sweeper's coming by and getting them right now, so. And they're still doing it.
I see a lot of,
And there's still some falling off. So. But maybe next year you all will sign up and help us pick up the trash. So, y'all got anything for me? By the way, everyone have a Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to you too.
Thank you, Nathan. Building Inspector Bob Bliss. Hey, Bob.
It's a pretty quiet month, actually. There's no planning and zoning meeting, there's no board adjustment meeting. There was, Silver Creek. And Walker is just like they're closing down for the season, they're just cleaning up and putting things away, so everything's kind of quiet for the end of the year. Anybody got any questions?
Okay, thank you, Bob. Code enforcement, Stephen Tuttle.
Likewise, December kind of gets to be a little quiet time because grass doesn't grow, people don't throw out as much, but we are having a little trouble that I wanted to address for the benefit of the paper and things like that watch these meetings. We've been having a little bit of parking problem downtown with people leaving vehicles just parked forever, like seems like every family, Mayor and I joke all the time about everybody seems to have 3 or 4 cars in their family now or more. And so people are leaving them in our public parking spaces on the road for a long time. We just want to clear up the ordinances for 24 hours only, and the theory being that they would rotate and give people access to park there if they need to. Also, we have a 22-foot or 21 to 22-foot limit for how big a vehicle can be downtown, height limit. And let's see, I've got something else written down here, but I can't see it right now. Let's see.
Couches.
Well, we do have couches, let's see, no front yard parking, sorry, I can't read my own writing. A lot of times in the city, people forget that they can't really park things in the front yard. We've had that ordinance forever, and so we do maintain it likewise on the sidewalk, things of that nature.
Was that like overnight parking?
Yeah, well,
If somebody's
in the
at a
front
party or
yard,
something,
yeah,
it's okay.
loading and offloading, that's another story, we're not gonna get into that. But if the car stays in somebody's front yard for a while, where it starts to get attention, we usually have to send them something, so. Also, the sidewalks is trouble for, kids, strollers, handicap, they can't get around, they have to move out to the street. Anybody with sight impairment, as we know, we've got a wonderful citizen here that walks around town all the time, and that's a problem for him. So things like that we kind of watch. But wanted to go by that, but actually, as far as rubbish and couches and things like that, I've spoke on those before. Rumpke won't pick up certain size items, so those are a no-go unless Rumpke's been contacted, and they will come and pick it up for a range price. So that's something that people can do here. So a lot of my time's been spent, helping out at the front desk with Jeanette and taking taxes. And our next code board meeting will be January 9th. We don't have one in December, so that the code boards can spend time with their families and things like that. So, any questions for me?
Okay, thank you, Stephen. City Clerk, Jeanette Bertram.
Okay, I just wanted to give you all an update tonight on where we are with property taxes and the business license. Currently, we are in our face amount of the tax collection, which ends December 31st. We are 86.8% collected. We mailed out 3,123 tax bills. We have collected 2,671, which leaves a 452 outstanding to still collected. And that's a good place for us to be in. And this is December, because usually we're closing out May with only at the 95%. So that's pretty good. And we'll have another surge toward the end of the month and next month. Those numbers will change too, because they'll go up a little more.
Is it usually the same people?
When we get to the point of delinquencies in May, it's the reoccurring people every year, yes. It's usually like 124 to 148. Business license, we're closing the year of 2024 out with 48 delinquent business license, which 15 of those are being worked by the company that we hired, HDL. There are 11 outstanding business licenses that are local, and with your all's permission, I'd like to turn those over to Megan, to have Megan proceed with those. And then 18 of them is out of town businesses. We can't really.
Well, we can turn those over to HDL. It's a issue, and Megan's run into this. You have to serve these businesses. So if there's a business in Grant County, let's say, it's tough tracking them down in Grant County. It's really a lot of work on the city's behalf to try to, get that. So it's easier to turn those over to HDL. HDL has been very successful this year. I'm glad that we moved forward with them. So they're kind of taking care of all those outside the county, but if you all do not have any objections, we'll have Megan address the 11 that are still here in the city.
Need a motion?
Second.
Motion is second. Without, we can just
If you need it, you got
say
it.
consent. If it's a consent of council, we'll turn those over to Megan.
Okay, and for the renewals for 2025, they've been mailed out. I started mailing them out on November the 25th, and I did them this year in batches of 100 a day, because I noticed the last few years that more and more were getting returned to me, and more people were saying they didn't get them. And I think it's because I was mailing such a mass amount that a lot of them were getting lost. So I chose this year to do 100 a day, which turned out to be really effective. So the last batch went out on December the 5th. Actually this year it was 728 renewals. Already, to close the business today, I have renewed 48 part-time license and 96 full-time license. So that's
Off to a good start.
off to a good start. We really are. And that's all I have.
And we were offering a 50% discount through
Yes.
January 15th.
15.
As long as you pay by January 15th, you get a 50% discount on your business license.
50?
50.
Yeah.
50.
So a full-time is $100. So if you get it in if you pay it by January 15th, you only have to pay $50. Yeah.
It's a good deal.
That's really helped encourage people to get in and get those and qualify for that discount. So, okay, thank you, Jeanette. And then mayor's report, this should be on everybody's desk here. Just quickly, we've had a great year in the city, and I'm so proud of our employees. I'm so proud of council. I'm just so proud of this community. We've accomplished so much this year, and it's really flown by. And it's hard to believe we're going to be starting on 2025 here in the next few weeks. On the left-hand side, you can see projects. They're going to start moving quickly on us. That senior center project, the county is about ready to bid that out. I believe that goes out for bid on Thursday, which means they'll be moving forward with that new senior center here in the spring, early spring, if not late winter, to break ground down there. The Montgomery County Highway Plan there, you can see Hingston Pike. That project will get off the ground it'll be bid out this year, so that project will be let. And remains to be seen whether they'll start the construction on the new Hingston Pike this year, or if they'll roll that to the early spring of 2026. But that project's happening. That's one that we've been lobbying for years, and it's finally here and about to happen. The other, for however many months we've been talking about TAP 3 and sidewalks, so we are still waiting on the state to give us the notice to proceed and bid that project out. The good news is we have seen the state does plan on resurfacing Main Street, and that is they are bidding that out now. There is an asterisk on that says sidewalks must be completed first. So we are, hopefully by next meeting, we have heard that we are bidding that out. So if everything works well, we start on the sidewalk project in the early spring, and then we'd follow that up with resurfacing. So keep your fingers crossed. Let's hope for good weather this year, and it'll be a good year for us with just as much and as many projects as we have going on. And then just so everyone knows, our court day ordinance, we've moved that back into working. So we met tonight as a committee, and we are looking at different proposals on how we move forward with the future court day. So more to follow on that. But like I said, all in all, great year. I'm just super excited about all we've accomplished and all that's coming. On the right side, you'll see we're gonna have City Hall closed. This is the time of year, just the way the holidays fall. So December 24th and 25th for Christmas, December